You see, psychologists tell us that most of the emotional problems we have come with us from childhood. We bring them along like that hitchhiker that won't get out of the car. Right? Get your butt out. Right? Like Freddy Krueger. You don't want him, but here he comes, baby. So I know what that's like. But there's so many other issues, right? We got people with body image issues. Ethnicity, color, gender, all that stuff, right? Class. There's a lot of stuff. Has anyone else in here felt alone, isolated, or disconnected, or is it just me? What was that like, man? You mind sharing? Yeah. Not a great feeling, huh? Said she felt like it was just her. You said in the back, you too, man? You know what it's like? It's like trying to find a light switch in a very, very dark room. You're kind of scrambling around, and you don't really know where it is. That's tough stuff, huh? Has anyone here ever heard of Roger Bannister? Do you know Roger Bannister? What did Roger do? Yeah, that's exactly right. I'll say it. So what she said is, Roger Bannister, if you don't know this, look it up. In 1954, a British medical student named Roger Bannister did what they thought was humanly impossible. They literally said it could not be done. What Roger Bannister did is he broke the 4-minute mile. This is in 1954. They thought it was humanly impossible. Now, there's more to that story. Following his historic feat, within the next 12 months, it was broken 16 more times. So what does that tell you? Why up until 1954 was impossible, then within 12 months following it was broken 16 more times? See, we are a byproduct of our belief system. All the folks before were running down Interstate Impossible. Right? Couldn't do it. Now look at this. It's more to that story. Roger Bannister wasn't even a professional athlete. He was a medical student. He wasn't even a track guy. But no one told Roger that it couldn't get done. So Roger put on his track shoes and went out and ran. And he ran and he ran and he shocked the world. He put a stamp on the planet. You see, this whole thing about being a byproduct of your belief system is real. Because there's one thing that all the scholars do believe in. And that's that thoughts are things. Let me hear you say it. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Where you are right now in your life is a byproduct of your belief system. If you believe it, you can most certainly achieve it. So from business leaders to biologists, medical professionals to mystics, philanthropists to philosophers, they all agree in the power of thought. Now, everyone in this room is going back to be a catalyst for change of some sort. Going back to your community, back to your organization, wherever you want. You want to influence for people. But do not discount the power of thought. Because if you don't touch them in their heart and head, all the other stuff doesn't really matter. See, one of my favorite inspirational books by Dr. Robert Shula, Tough Times Don't Last, but Tough People Do. He talks about twins. Impossible and possible. So if I utter the words impossible to another human being, guess what happens? They shut down. Lights go out, smiles go away, attitude changes, phones stop ringing, businesses dry up, research stops, innovation. It's a dramatic effect. But if I say it's possible, people start to smile. I'm in a better mood. I feel like I can change things. But no one talks about that because language is important. You see, I firmly believe that there's something for each of us to do. And if we do not do it, it will not get done.